Okay, this spell is a variation of the chicken feet spell belonging to EA Koetting. I have to say that because I don't think it's fair to pass something off as my own. EA Koetting put this on his channel a while ago, but I'm going to do a bit more to it, a little bit more here and there. So basically, he said we need a pair of chicken feet, a black box, some black ribbon, and a photograph of the victim. So the story goes, I'm not going to go into depth, into deep, but with regards to it, the client has an enemy. We want this person completely gone. So we're going to stop it, going to stop at nothing to remove this person. So I thought I'd give this a go because the actual ritual does make sense. It's actually, very interesting. In the initial video of EA's, he said that he met a witch, and she said that to stop an enemy, you work on the actual feet. You stop their feet, and that's very symbolic. So I thought it was quite a good idea. So you get a photograph of the victim, should I say, and you place it outways, and your chicken feet. So I have some gross chicken feet here. They're not the fresh ones. I don't know if it matters. These are for dogs, but they're still chicken feet, and they're just disgusting and they stink. And some black ribbon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some powders, as in destruction powder. So this is on his photograph. And this has to go to, I think he said a graveyard. Yeah, a graveyard. It has to be buried, he said, 3 foot into the ground. That's okay, no problem. This is vinegar geared towards discord. This is doom powder, death unto my enemies. So yeah, the situation goes is that these workings are layered, because I think it's a really good approach, as in it targets the issue from different angles. Sorry, that was chilly. I'm using some devil's dung to stink out his life, and some cayenne. Powder. Knotweed is really good as well because it stops people in their tracks, and I thought that would be a good advantage. Okay, and what else? I've also got a working, I should say, for the clients with regards to breaking up the relationship this person is in. We've called forward Goetia, Spirit Andras, so that's another working to come, I should say. Sulfur and gopher dust. I want to use as much as I can. Okay. Okay, so I've got everything, and I've got the chicken feet in there, and I'm going to fold this away from me. I'm going to start binding this with some black ribbon. At this point, I think it would be a good idea to focus on the end result. I like to bind away from me as well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I think he said to have to leave some to tie the box with, but I think this is just bits and pieces. Also, I pop these in. These are two, little links that I've got to the target. That's a piece of a cup that he drank from. and that's a watch strap that the client sent me. So I'm going to pop those in there. That'll make the link stronger, because that's something that he's touched. His DNA is there, and once you've got DNA, yeah. So I'm just going to bind this away from me. Actually, he said to use a box, but I'm finding a box too big and it would look too obvious. So what I'm going to do is I've used black paper. You could use black cloth. I'm going to bind this with black paper and just finish off binding. So you can watch the video again. And he said also that you could leave it at a crossroads, which makes sense, I suppose. But I prefer graveyards because they're very, very final, and they're all about, as you know, death. So that's where this will go. And I live extremely close to a graveyard. Okay. And I will put that in deep. One moment. So there you go. Normally I need to say this because everyone is different. When I walk into a graveyard, I leave an offering of a few coins, 3 coins at the gate. That is for the gatekeeper. And then I would walk around, and it's not that it's not that I just call on any grave. There's a grave that would call to me, and if that is what I'm drawn towards, I would place whatever I have. But because this is kind of big, I'm just going to place this actually in the graveyard itself. I'm not going to place it at a grave or anything like that. I think it'd be best if I put it just in the actual graveyard. It's quite big, so we still have the death energy and stuff. So I think it'd be better just to leave it in the graveyard where it won't be found. I don't want to go disrupting any graves because this is just too big. So I think it would be best. So just wanted to say that if you do go to if you are called to a grave by a spirit, if you feel that, if you hear spirits, it's important to bring some sort of an offering. You could leave some coins at the grave. You could leave even a small, little small bottles of alcohol that you can buy, or cigarettes, as in, you could blow some smoke kind of thing. Even a small bouquet of flowers, something just to offer the spirit, that sort of thing. And when you leave the graveyard, you go home a different route because you don't want to be followed out. You don't look behind you either because you don't want any spirit attachment. That's what it is. You just want to leave it in the hands of the spirits, and that's it. I've also asked for the help of Santissima Morte on this because it's appropriate, because she is death personified, and we really, really want this guy out so much. We're already draining him. We're using a technique to drain him, and then a curse is placed, and then we drain for another while, and then another curse is placed. So it's all very strategic, and I do believe that this is how you get results. It's never instant. Magic, well, I'd be very surprised. Magic is never instant. Sometimes it just takes, a few tries and a few shots from different angles. And, it's always a work in progress. But I do feel that this case in particular, I do think this case in particular will crumble. I think this guy will crumble very soon. I just get a real strong vibe that something's going to give very, very soon. Also, with regards to the situation, we're doing some love work on the lady, so that she can, we want her to think nice thoughts of, I think she does that anyway, but of the clients. So I'm doing some skull work But I'm also going to do, I think I'm going to put Citri, Prince Citri on the situation, a spirit from the Ars Goetia. I think Citri, for some reason, Citri seems to be calling out to me. So I want to put Citri on the situation just to see what he can do. Because sometimes, the balance between lust and, and love, you need that. You need that balance. And that's what I want to do. And there will be more work coming in the future with regards to this. So that's really what I have at the moment. houseofmagick@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, fire away in the comment section. I will try my best to type up what I've used here in the description box. I'm really bad at that, so sorry, but I'm going to bury this very, very soon, and I'll speak to you all again.